They're the toughest team we'll face all year.
Rockies manager Don Baylor talks about Rocky Mountain News baseball reporters Tracy Ringlesby and Jack Etkin.
You ought to see the stats on these guys.
Rocky Mountain News reporter Tracy Ringlesby writes a nationally syndicated baseball column and is past president of the Baseball Writers of America. News reporter Jack Etkin's stats include the writing of a book on Kansas City baseball players.
No team covers baseball like the Rocky Mountain News. Guys, move around a little bit. Let's go.
Mama, I have a cookie.
Yes, you may.
When something's really good, it's hard to imagine how it could possibly get any better.
But only one.
Wow.
When something's really good, it's hard to imagine how it could possibly get any better.
Trapped in a Romulan prison, Worf vows to liberate his fellow Klingons.
You will grow accustomed to life here.
Never. But can one man end years of captivity?
I won't allow you to destroy what we have.
Are you afraid to die while escaping?
And must he sacrifice himself to start a revolution?
It will kill you.
Raise your weapons.
On an all-new episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
7 p.m. on Denver's 2 Sunday.
So we move now to the bottom of the third, and that is all, of course, that we will see of David Need as far as a pitcher, but we will see him at the plate.
Now, Don Baylor may want him to take his licks.
And Joe Girardi will lead it off. He, of course, had a 2-1 count when Tatum was picked off at first. We've had 3 defensive changes for the Giants. Check swing.
That was Steve Hosey you saw in right field, replacing Willie McGee.
And it is outside in the 2 other changes.
At first base, replacing Will Clark is J.R. Phillips, and replacing Matt Williams at third is Craig Colbert.
And he drills this one into the Giants dugout.
There you see Colbert. Played some for the Giants last year. Can catch. Can play a little first base.
And it is high. 3-2 the count to Girardi.
Well, if they allowed 2 guys to be in the on-deck circle, David Need would be out there.
Yeah, he's ready. And it's fouled away.
He's probably taken a nice deep breath, and
you know something? It's been a long spring for David Need.
Sure it has.
The caravan.
Yep. There's Jeff Brantley warming up.
All of the publicity, the interviews. And he walks in. So Girardi is aboard with a walk. And that'll bring up Freddie Benavides, the shortstop. Continental Airlines, official airline of the Colorado Rockies, proving one airline can make a difference in Colorado. He squares to bunt and he fouls it back.
Yeah, you know, I give David Need credit. He pulled a veteran move right there. He figured, if I put my helmet on and grab a bat, maybe Don Baylor will not notice that I'm due up this inning. He didn't get very far. Jim Olander is now in the on-deck circle.
Well, he tried. Attempt is foul back, and the count at the plate is 0-2.
Now, the one thing you learn if you're trying to sacrifice bunt or bunt for a base hit is lay off of the high fastball. It's the most difficult pitch to try to bunt. You want something below the belt, preferably around the knees.
And he looks at a pitch that's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes again. Girardi is going as Benavidez strikes out at the plate, and Girardi has a stolen base.
And David Need with a good day. This is David Need when he struck out Matt Williams to end the top of the 3rd inning, and it was his 3rd strikeout in 3 innings. And here's Jim Olander.
And Olander swings on the first pitch off of the glove of the shortstop, comes back up with it. But Olander is aboard at first. And Girardi goes to 3rd.
Well, I think of the fact that Girardi was running, Colbert may have taken his eye off the ball a little bit, and he just kicked it. You know, you come into the ball game, and eventually that ball is going to find you, and it's usually right away.
And so now the Rockies with runners at the corners and 1 away. And Alex Cole is the hitter. Girardi at 3rd, Olander at 1st. He was aboard on the error. Did they throw the ball out the first error the Rockies got aboard on, or keeping everything else for the museum?
They did. Alex Cole, not an RBI guy, but if you put the ball in play, things will happen.
And it is inside. Remember in the bottom of the first, he had a little check swing and the dribbler out in front, and the catcher threw him out.
When you have the type of speed that Alex Cole has, if you can hit the ball on the ground, you got a good chance of beating it out. And if you can do that, the tying run will score.
Throw to first. And Olander is back in time. Now the reason for the oohs and the ahs, in case you just joined us, was that in the bottom of the 2nd is that Jim Tatum got picked off.
And that play was close. Take a look at Phillips as he applies the tag. And it was close.
And the pitch is fouled away, and the count is 2-2. Joe Girardi is aboard at 3rd. He was on in a walk and then stole 2nd. Moved to 3rd when Olander, who was at 1st, got aboard on the error on the shortstop. And the pitch to no, the throw to 1st. And Olander is back.
You know, the one thing, Charlie, that we should mention is when you teach and you want your club to be aggressive like Don Baylor does, you're going to see guys get picked off.
And caught in rundowns. Here's the pitch to the plate. And the first baseman comes home, and he is saved. Girardi scores a run.
That was the right play to make. Phillips got a good shot at throwing out Girardi, and it looks like the home plate umpire felt like Girardi slid underneath the tag by McNamara.
And the ball game is tied 1-1, and Eric Young is the hitter. And he looks at a call strike. Young is 0 for 1 of the ball game, flying out to center field on an 0-1 pitch in the bottom of the 1st. Olander now at 2nd. Cole is the runner at 1st, and the pitch is outside.
So it's an RBI on a fielder's choice for Alex Cole.
This one down the left field line, and another run is going to score. It gets away from Bonds. 2 runs may score. Here's the throw, the slide, and he is safe. And the Rockies lead it 3-1.
Eric Young turns on this high fastball, and Barry Bonds has a little trouble with it. He's not going to be able to keep the runner from second from scoring, but he allows Alex Cole, who has great speed, to come in and score. Bonds kicks it, recovers, and his throw is cut off by Clayton. Short hop to McNamara, and Alex Cole with the 3rd run.
And here's the pitch to Gerald Clark. Make the play at first, and another run scored. So the bottom of the 3rd now with 2 away, the big inning for the Colorado Rockies as they go up 4-1. And that'll bring up Galarraga. Andres is 0 for 1 with a fly ball to center field.
Charlie, the one thing that we noticed catch and throw the ball. We're not seeing that out of a veteran team like the Giants.
2-0 they count. With 2 away and 4 runs in here in the bottom of the 3rd for the Rockies. Pop up shallow center. Lewis comes in and makes the play. So that retires the side, but not before the Rockies take the lead. Rockies 4, Giants 1.
Pop quiz.
Oh no. Fire away.
Which beer do you think is brewed longer?
This one overall has better flavor. The darker one.
Bingo.
Alright, homie!
Coors Extra Gold is brewed far longer than Bud.
Seriously? Than Budweiser?
70% longer than Bud.
And you know what? I can taste it.
Slow brewed for that real beer flavor and color, the way beer was meant to be, which may be why 58% of Bud drinkers prefer Coors Extra Gold.
I'll make it 59 and 60.
Coors Extra Gold. If you're missing real taste, beer is back.
The gold, baby. The name says it all.
This is Colt and Sundance, and your Chrysler Plymouth dealers got hundreds in stock. So during the biggest little car blowout, they're priced to sell. Colt, a top 10 best import buy. Great little car, great big rebate, or low APR financing. Sundance with airbag, around 10 grand. Now with $1,000 rebate or low APR financing. Little prices, big deals. Only at the biggest little car blowout. Only at your Chrysler Plymouth dealers.
Buy an international business class seat, and that's what you get. So what's the difference? Continental's new Business First. With the room and comfort of a true sleeper seat. The luxury of international first class, but at a business class fare. Continental's Business First. The business class to Europe that's truly first class. That's the difference.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Colorado Rockies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Colorado Rockies. So through the first 3 innings, the Rockies now have the lead. And a new pitcher, and here's Dwayne Title.
And the pitcher is Lance Painter. So Painter comes in replacing David Need. And who does he get to face first? Barry Bonds. And that pitch is down and away. 4-1. Rockies leading here in the top of the 4th inning. Lance Painter, young man, has never pitched above Double-A ball. And that pitch is in the dirt. Pretty good fastball, good curveball. He has a circle change. We asked him yesterday which one was his best pitch, and he said, my changeup. And you see his numbers in Wichita. And the Rockies think this guy is going to be a good one. Freddie Benavides, Galarraga, the big cat, out of the dirt, 1 out. I guess one of the more enjoyable things, Charlie, is when we know who the guys are going to pitch and you track them down and you see that look in their eyes.
Yes. We tracked him down in front of the cooler yesterday.
That's right. And
he was anxious to throw, isn't he?
And anxious to talk. You know, sometimes you think these guys are in a hurry. But he was not. He wanted to tell us what was going to work for him. And he was excited. Here's Robbie Thompson. Robbie, again. Benavides, 2 down. So Benavides has been involved in 4 of the last 5 outs defensively for the Rockies.
Bank One Colorado is proud to be the official bank of the Colorado Rockies. Bank One, whatever it takes, member of the FDIC.
Royce Clayton grounded out to Jim Tatum in his only at bat. He bluffs a bunt and takes a strike.
Painter told us he was a graduate of the University of Wisconsin, wants to go back, get his master's in sports administration. He said, but not for about 10 or 15 years. I'm not in a hurry.
He clarified that very quickly. He said, I'm not sure I could do anything that didn't involve something that has to do with sports. 1-1 pitch to Clayton is in the dirt.
You know, that is a growing field, as everyone
Indeed it is.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with the way coverage is going on in all the sports, lots of jobs out there for young men and young women, for that matter. 2 balls and a strike to Royce Clayton. And that's a little bit inside and low. 3-1. Painter is 25 years old. As we mentioned earlier, 10-5 in Double-A. And on the 3-1 pitch, Clayton cannot catch up with it. Full count now with 2 down. Here in the top of the 4th inning with the Rockies leading 4-1.
A program note, our next television game, the Rockies and the Chicago Cubs, live from Mesa, Arizona next Saturday. 1 o'clock Rocky time.
Clayton in the air to left field and a long run for Gerald Clark, and he will get there. Catching his side saddle, Gerald Clark retires Royce Clayton, and that'll do it. A 3-up, 3-down inning for Lance Painter. Middle of the 4th, 4-1 Rockies.
Hey everybody, have you heard the news? Baseball's here, telling the truth. It's the American dream. So come down to Central City and you see what I mean. Come on, cause we're having a ball. Right here in the heart of Colorado. We got the baseball fever. Baseball fever. Cause the glory's back at the glory hole.
Domino's Pizza is doing something special for you and the Colorado Rockies. Call Domino's now and order your Rocky Special. A large, delicious one-item pizza of your choice for only $9.99. Delivered free to your door, piping hot. With each Rocky Special, Domino's will donate a portion of the sale to the Colorado Rockies Youth Foundation. You'll hit a home run every time with the Domino's Pizza Rocky Special. Get in the game. Call your neighborhood Domino's now.
The Colorado Colorado Rockies. Baseball at a whole new level. For season or group tickets, call 303-ROCKIES.
The Rockies will host an open house at Mile High Stadium, which will be your last best chance to select your season tickets, and the only way left to get a ticket for opening day. So watch the Rockies Cubs game live, get a free hot dog and beverage, and sit in your season seats. That is Saturday on March the 13th at Mile High.
Here in Tucson, 4-1, Rockies leading the San Francisco Giants. The new pitcher for the Giants is Jeff Brantley, and he'll be facing Braulio Castillo, and that pitch is in the dirt. Brantley, 7-7 last year with a .295 earned run average. In September, Roger Craig decided he wanted to see if Brantley could start, and start did he ever. 3-0 with an ERA of under 1. And Castillo pops his pitch, and it is out of play. Throws a good split finger, a hard slider, and a fastball that rises. Jeff Brantley. Call strike by home plate umpire Gary Darling, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Brantley follows Bud Black. Got him swinging. Castillo way out in front. And that's the first out recorded here in the 4th inning. Take a look at Brantley. That's the split finger. You see how it almost disappears to the hitter.
Castillo out in front.
And he missed it by a foot.
He did.
Tatum is 2 for 2. Jim Tatum with a line single into right field. And Jim Tatum is making an impression early. So Tatum aboard for the 2nd time, and that'll bring up Joe Girardi. Girardi walked and scored. He led off the 3rd with that walk. And that's the inning. The Rockies scored 4 times. And Girardi up the middle. Another base hit. And Tatum will stop at 2nd. And the Rockies with something going on here in the bottom of the 4th. Back-to-back singles by Tatum and Girardi.
And take a look at the pitch. And the classic swing. Don't miss the Dodge Dakota Midwinter Blowout. See your Dodge dealer today.
That'll bring up Freddie Benavides with 1 out and runners at 1st and 2nd. And that pitch misses to Benavides. Freddie struck out in the 3rd inning. Benavides is 0 for 1. Freddie had .231 with the Reds last year. That's in the dirt. Runner is going as Tatum. McNamara's throw is not in time. And Baylor ball is at work here in Tucson. Tatum, recognizing that that ball was going to be in the dirt, took off.
And this is something that we'll see all season long. As Don Baylor, we saw it in the inter-squad games. We saw it in all the practice, that if the opportunity is there, you go for it every time. He's not going to get on you if you get thrown out. He gets on you if you don't go for it when the opening is there.
And he liked that. Down low to Benavides. Problem is, if you're the base runner at first, like Joe Girardi, you really have to keep an eye on that lead runner. If he goes, you go. That's a strike, and it's 3-1. And in this case,
Girardi was not watching the lead runner.
Girardi did not anticipate the fact that Tatum might go. And it hurts you because that means the Giants still have the double play in order.
But that's what spring training's all about.
Indeed it is. Runner's going. Grounded to Clayton. The run will score, and the throw is high. So with Girardi running on the pitch, it messed up Royce Clayton, and everybody is safe. The Rockies lead 5-1. You see Clayton hesitated just a little bit. And then the high throw.
And it'll be an error on Clayton.
And that'll bring up the Rockies pitcher, Lance Painter. Lance is talking to Jim McNamara, probably telling him that this is a wee bit uncomfortable for him.
Yeah.
He's in the batter's box. Let's see if he's trying to bunt. And he squared away, pulls the bat back, and it's a ball, 1-0. Situation here, Don Baylor trying to move those runners up one base. Try to get Benavides in scoring position. Girardi already is. And it's 2-0. Brantley struggling with his control. And Painter looking down to third base coach Jerry Royster. Good group that Don Baylor has assembled. Good coaching staff. And that's one of them, Jerry Royster.
Throwing BP yesterday. It's the first time he's on batting practice in a long time.
That's right.
Your friend Ron Hasse is.
Across the way.
At first.
And Painter gets it down. Brantley goes to third. He makes a good play, and not in time, as Painter was nearly doubled up at first. So the runner forced out at third base. The bunt play. And that'll bring up Alex Cole. Runner still at first and second. Alex Cole does have an RBI in this game. Off-speed pitch to Cole is down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Rockies lead 5-1. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. The base runners, Benavides and Lance Painter. And that's a strike. Glad you joined us. Here's truly Dwayne Kuiper along with Charlie Jones. And we couldn't wait to get going. Down low again, and McNamara keeps it out in front of the plate. And it is a gorgeous day. They said it would be, and we haven't been disappointed.
This entire week starting on Tuesday, the weather been a little on the cool side, cold and a lot of rain earlier. But then this week has been perfect. And every day has gotten just a little bit better.
And it seems to have kind of happened just when you arrived.
Yes, it did. I'd like to take credit for that.
We'll let you. 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs. On the ground, and Phillips smothers it and beats Cole to the bag, and that'll do it. But the Rockies do come up with another run here in the 4th. We've played 4. Rockies lead 5-1.